let's be real, the worst kind of rejection isn't from strangers. It's from the people you love, the ones who you thought had your back, who you believed saw the real you. But somewhere along the way, you weren't enough for them. And the worst part? You feel it. You feel it deep down when the person you care about, the one you've invested so much time and love into, looks at you like you don't measure up. Their actions speak louder than words. It stings, because this rejection comes from someone who is supposed to accept you, flaws and all. And here's the kicker, you're not alone in feeling this way. We've all been there, and yet no one talks about it. The shame of not being enough. You wonder what went wrong. Were you too much? Not enough? Did they stop seeing your value? Or did you just fail to meet their expectations? It eats at you, the guilt, the self-doubt. You question your worth. How could someone you've given so much to just walk away? How could they pretend they didn't see the cracks in the relationship? You try to fix it, to change. But here's the brutal truth. No matter how much you give, if they've already decided you're not enough, it won't matter. The shame of not being enough isn't about what you've done wrong, it's about their inability to recognize your worth. And the hardest part? It's not just about them anymore, it's about you. You start internalizing their rejection, doubting who you are and what you bring to the table. But here's the truth, not being enough for someone doesn't mean you're not enough. The shame you feel isn't yours to hold on to, it's theirs. You don't owe anyone a version of yourself that sacrifices your peace, authenticity, or self-respect just to be accepted. We all have our struggles and needs, and sometimes people who should love us simply don't. That's not a reflection of your worth. It's about where they are in their life. Don't let their inability to see you for who you truly are define how you see yourself. You are enough. Not in some vague motivational way, but in a real way. Your worth isn't determined by someone else's ability to accept you. They may never see it, but that doesn't mean you're invisible. It just means they weren't the right person to see it. So stop carrying that shame. It doesn't belong to you. Let it go. You're allowed to walk away from that feeling and move forward into a space where people love you for who you really are. Trust that there are people who will see you for all that you are and won't make you feel like you're always fighting for their acceptance. And if they can't do that, it's their loss. This isn't about being perfect. It's about owning who you are, flaws and all, and knowing you're still worthy of love, real love. The kind that doesn't make you feel like you're constantly fighting to be enough. And to anyone who's ever made you feel like you're not enough, it's not your fault, it's their loss.